Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and tonight we're on the red carpet at Cipriani Wall Street for the Peabody Awards. We'll be bringing you interviews with the host, Fred Armisen, as well as many of the winners, including Amy Schumer, the cast of Rectify, and more. So get ready for a great night behind the velvet rope. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and Fred Armisen. How exciting is it to be hosting the Peabody Awards with all this incredible talent?
I love it. It's like really being part of something tremendous. It's my favorite thing in entertainment. I love it. I'm very excited. Also, all the winners, you know, it's all different kinds of people, like documentary people and news people. It's a really great mix.
The woman taking over the world right now, the one and only Amy Schumer. I can't turn on my internet without seeing you on my Facebook. You're the social consciousness of America now. Now you're a Peabody Award winner. How insane is this?
I'm so proud. This is the one to win. We're really excited. We you know, you apply to get this, and it means so much. We're so proud of our show, you know. So yeah, it's exciting.
How incredible is it to be part of Rectify, which has now gotten one of the best awards you're going to get as a show.
I know. It's kind of thrilling and exhilarating, and really the one that we care about. I actually got to come to the Peabody Awards last year to support Sundance's other shows and Breaking Bad, because Mark Johnson is also our executive producer, and I was blown away by the incredible journalism and the incredible television that's going on right now, and so the fact that we get to be a part of it it's wonderful.
This show, so powerful, so deep, so intense. Talk to me about telling this very unique story.
It's a blessing, you know. I think we wake up every day and we're grateful for the job that we have, and with Ray, you know, writing such wonderful material for us, it's a gift.
When you're able to get the critical acclaim like you are today with a Peabody, as an actor, does it say, all right, I chose the right project here, I did okay?
Well, you know, your life as an actor is not really your choice, you know. You decide how much rent you want to pay, and then you go after the jobs that'll hopefully pay that rent, you know. So when something comes along with this sort of writing, with this sort of material, you can't say no to it, regardless of how much rent you have to pay.
Your cast, from Clive to you to Eve to Andre, this ensemble, how just the chemistry, how awesome is it just to put this product to air with this team?
It's the best. We all love each other. We actually really love each other. We go out dancing every weekend, and we have this endless text chain that all of us are on, and we text each other every 5 minutes, to the point where our phones are just binging literally constantly all day.
I think
it's reached 200 texts a day, yeah. So it's incredible. It's really a little family at this stage.
This show, critically acclaimed, obviously the job Clive's doing, and the reception you guys have gotten, has it been really cool to see how much people have loved the show?
Yeah, of course, yeah. You know, you work sort of in private on these things. You don't really know how they're going to go, and you don't even really see them assembled until much later after you've spent the time working. So, yeah, when it works, it always feels good.
Outside of the brilliant acting, the period of time that we're seeing here, especially in medicine, is so unique because we're right before modern medicine takes place, and these guys are trying to figure it out, but really through a lot of prehistoric techniques. Talk to me about showing this story, both the insides of the hospital, but also the era.
Well, the era is interesting because it's the new playground for doctors. You suddenly have ether and you have all these other things like germ theory so that you can survive a surgery. Now they just have to figure out what on earth they're doing once they get in there. And so the fun of it for us is showing all that and showing how difficult it is. You know, when we look at the human body, we sort of look at it on charts with arrows and diagrams and it says, oh, there's the kidney, there's the duodenum. And the truth is these guys were going in and going, okay, it's just a big slippery mess in there. And now we have to figure out what it all does and how we can make it better. And so to show the brutality of it and the insanity of it and what these men, and truthfully mostly men and of course the nurses, the women, went through, we needed to show what really was going on.
This show winning a Peabody Award, how insane is it? Such a brilliant show. Talk to me all about it.
Yeah, well, guys.
I know that.
Well, and I know art. So
it's a wonderful show, and it's in English, it's in Russian, it's the first of its kind, and I think it's totally incredible that we get to act in Russian on the show.
You know, Lev saw you across the room, and he was so excited to see you, and he started to talk to me about dreams coming true.
And I met Lev when I first started this career.
Yeah. And this show is really a dream come true for all of us, and being at the Peabodys is such an incredible honor. We feel very lucky to be here.
When you see that people are really loving these stories, because you guys go so off kilter with what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Talk to me about telling these stories that a lot of news networks are not willing or able or daring enough to cover.
Well, I think, you know, what we're winning for tonight is we embedded with ISIS. And, you know, everyone said, how in God's name? Well, we asked them. I think we were the only person, or the only news group to actually ask if we could go embed with them. And then, you know, people got mad at us, and we said, what, you don't want to see what's happening within the Islamic State? I mean, I want to see that. So I think things have gotten so staid, you know, so static, that we're there shaking things up, but we're not actually doing that much. It's just that everybody else is so ingrained into their sort of procedures that they're not doing things in a different way.
Alex Gibney, I just talked to you about Sinatra, and today I'm talking to you about James Brown because you won a Peabody for making this great project about him. Talk to me about being recognized with the Peabody Award.
Well, talk about being lucky enough to do a project about James Brown, the godfather of soul. It was just a thrill. So I'm very, very happy that it's been awarded with this.
What's it been like bringing it back? Because obviously the original Cosmos was such an iconic show for a different generation. You've made it popular again. Talk to me about doing that because it's so cool.
Well, there was an important landscape for that already established in the name and spirit of Carl Sagan. So I'm on a field that he carved, right? And so then I show up on this field and, yeah, I got room to move here, you know? He had like hacked away the brush and the bramble. And so there are many of us trying to do this same thing. Ann has been involved in like television and production from the beginning, and I'm kind of a latecomer to that. Yeah, I get interviewed on documentaries and things, but not in a whole like production, the effort and the time and the investment that requires. And so I was privileged to be a part of that. And even in a couple of episodes, share my memories of having first met Carl.
You and Jorge, on so many levels, have become the face of Latin news. Talk to me about that responsibility and really the iconicness that's being created around it right now.
I think it's a huge responsibility, especially right now when the Latino community is growing so much and it's becoming so important and impact it has on society and also on the electorate block. So, you know, we're very excited that we won this Peabody, particularly for a program that we did on a subject that not too many people covered, which is the crisis on the border with the children coming from Central America. And we focused on Central America and the conditions that these kids live in that draw them to come to the U.S., that pushes them to come to the U.S. So that's the kind of story that we do that you rarely see somewhere else, and that not only informs our audience, but also tries to make an impact on society.
This is such a fascinating story, the Newburgh Sting. Talk to me, for those who don't know what it's about, talk to me about what is it about?
Well, it's really the story of four poor black people from New York who were entrapped by the government, by the FBI, as part of a sort of so-called war on domestic terror.
And they're still in jail right now, but they didn't commit the crimes, correct?
No, it was a total setup by the FBI, who we have to thank for filming the film for us. The whole film was made with FBI and undercover tape. And you know what makes this a film that's different than like he said, she said, is this is the FBI's own footage, and we used it really to hang it around their own neck. And unfortunately, you know, the guys lost an appeal, they lost in the Supreme Court, and it looks like they'll spend the rest of their lives in prison.
Winning a Peabody Award, does it get any cooler than this?
No, it's the absolute best. All of us have received awards, but when you win a Peabody, it is the absolute recognition of excellence. And for those of us who do this kind of work, nonprofit journalism, investigative work, it doesn't get very glamorous. So this is saying excellence matters, and it's very inspirational to us.